We are going to deal with a silent epidemic. We are talking about extreme religious groups that some people refer to as cults, and I'm talking about things that are going on right here in the United States. Many of them operating in the name of God. Now, some claim these groups are like a silent cancer in our society. They're preying upon the weak, disenfranchised, and vulnerable people. Now, some say that there are as many as 3,000 to 5,000 cults in the United States today, with 5 to 7 million victims and 180,000 new recruits each year in this country. Now, I guarantee you they're going on in your state. They're going on around you.
There's a time for living. The time keeps on flying. Think you're loving, baby, and all you're doing is crying. Can you feel? Are those feelings real? Look at your game, girl. Look at your game, girl.
Many people think of cults as negative to society with no redeeming qualities. In fact, one would be hard-pressed to find a non-cult member to give a positive opinion of a cult. However, if everyone truly did think that cults were always harmful, they would be unable to exist in society. So why are cults still around today? Why hasn't public opinion made them fade out of society? The truth is that cults hold a place in society, an importance that not everyone can live without. Whether it is a feeling of security, a religious belief, or teachings of peace, there are people that need cults to survive.
You can tell those lies, baby, but you're only fooling you. Can you feel? Are those feelings real? Look at your game, girl.
Cult recruiters employ verbal seduction and charm to lure new members to the group. When recruits express interest, the cult uses manipulation, isolation, and trickery to solidify its hold on new members. Consequently, these deceptive practices belie the claim that members join cults of their own free will.
Sad game, mad game, sad.
As a child, I had always been raised thinking that this religion was the only way to God, and everybody on the outside world were bad and wicked and evil, wanted to destroy the work of God and wanted to destroy us. And my religion, to me, in many ways, had been sold to me as like an unsinkable ship. God was on our side. It's like believing that you're on the Titanic, nothing can sink it, it's invincible. And when Warren took over, and things became very extreme, and a lot of people were being hurt, is when I recognized that I had to wake up and realize I was on a ship that was sinking.
Unknown to many, whatever your age, whatever your interests, whatever your lifestyle, succumbing to the lure of a cult recruiter is as easy as getting a library card. There are as many ways to become involved with a cult as there are cults themselves.
Tonight I'm joined by Reverend Philip Shanker. He is Vice President in Education and Public Affairs of the Moon-funded Family Federation for World Peace and Unification.
Because I believe that some perceive what we do as a threat or a challenge to their own membership and relationship with people in the area. A very good article, December 18th, from the Reuters News Service indicated that there are detractors, but there are many positive things. We bought 70 ambulances, built schools, and have invested in the area. We've tried our best to develop and serve.
Cult recruitment occurs in three main stages. The initial approach is by a cult recruiter, and who provides an invitation to a wonderful place or special event or an important, alluring meeting.
And she invited me and some other people over to her apartment to do a meditation pizza party.
The second is the initial contact with the cult itself, where you are made to feel loved and wanted. And the third technique is the use of psychologically persuasive techniques to ensure your quick return or greater commitment.
And so they had these little flyers around campus, as they do at colleges, advertising meditation.
A particular aspect that recruiters search for in an individual is their vulnerability. One can be being in between important affiliations, between commitments to work, school, or life in general.
So, but I just dropped out of college. My girlfriend had just broken up with me. It's not the best place.
Cults target friendly, obedient, altruistic, and malleable people because such individuals are easy to persuade and manage.
There was also something, I think, about her request for me to go to this apartment party meditation thing that the way she asked was subtly manipulative looking back on it, and actually felt almost guilty saying no because of the compliments and everything like that. And you know, I'm kind of like that anyway. So she probably picked up on that. She probably saw me as someone who was pretty easy to manipulate.
Love bombing is a coordinated effort, usually under the direction of leadership, that involves long-term members flooding recruits and newer members with flattery, verbal seduction, affectionate but usually non-sexual touching, and lots of attention to their every remark.
She would start to talk to me in a very complimentary way, which, you know, a 25-year-old attractive woman to me, in my, particularly in my state of mind, was, you know, pretty cool. And, you know, she's like, I just, you know, you really have this wonderful energy about you. And I was like, oh, yeah. Woo-hoo! She invited me to this dinner to see the Rama. And I was like, really, I'm not going to see the Rama. Like, and she's like, but it's amazing. So I go, and there's like hundreds of people there, and they're all like with their little meditation teachers, and like you can tell, like this army of people have recruited this whole bigger army of people. They've all been at these colleges all over the place, like gathering people in meditation classes. So we start eating all this sushi, and I have to like listen to all this stuff. And then he starts to lead this meditation, and like I'm like freaking out because the room is like totally dissolving.